भारतीय न्यूज़ सीधा सटीक और निष्पक्ष।
Good evening and welcome to Bharati News. I'm Vanshudhavan and let's have a look at the biggest news stories of the day, starting with national headlines first. In a staggering development, it emerged that approximately 65.5 million voters whose names were absent from the draft voter list published on August 1st as a part of the SIR process are unlikely to be reinstated. While the Election Commission had invited verification forms from these individuals, the majority failed to respond or complete the process in time. With the window now closed, sources within the EC suggest that their names will not appear in the final electoral roll. Given the scale of exclusion, this revelation has ignited alarms among opposition parties and civil societies, raising concerns about mass disfranchisement just before the upcoming polls. Union Minister of State for Home Affairs Nityanand Rai launched a scathing attack on Rahul Gandhi and Tejashwi Yadav during a BJP rally in Chanpatia, West Champaran. Rai accused Rahul Gandhi of deceiving Tejashwi, asserting that the Congress leader had no intention of supporting him as chief minister despite campaigning alongside him. He suggested the people of Bihar had already rejected both political figures. Rai ardently defended the Election Commission's special intensive revision of the voter list, claiming it removed fake voter entries allegedly added by the Congress and RJD to bolster their vote banks. These, he insinuated, were displacing Bihar's youth from employment opportunities. Now coming to international news, Evergrande delisted from Hong Kong Stock Exchange. Once China's largest property developer, Evergrande Group has been officially delisted from the Hong Kong Stock Exchange. The company's market valuation, which once soared above 50 billion, has now plummeted following a prolonged debt crisis. The decision comes amid growing investor concerns about the company's insolvency and its far-reaching financial turmoil. The delisting marks a dramatic fall from gaze and raises broader fear about contagion risks across China's real estate and financial sectors.
बस अभी 12th खत्म हुई थी और अब आधे से ज्यादा टाइम ये सोचकर निकाल देते हो कि which career to choose. Well, in that case, I got you covered. ये वीडियो एंड तक देखना, क्या पता I will just make up your mind. You must have thought of कोई बस ऐसा कोर्स मिल जाए जहाँ अनलिमिटेड जॉब ऑप्शन हो, क्योंकि मैं भी यही सोचती थी, जैसे कि जर्नलिस्ट, न्यूज एंकर, रेडियो जॉकी, स्क्रीन राइटर, वीडियो एडिटर, इवेंट मैनेजर, ग्राफिक डिजाइनर, सिनेमैट, फोटोग्राफर, डायरेक्टर, पब्लिक रिलेशन ऑफिसर, एंटरप्रेन्योर. इनफैक्ट इन सबसे भी ज्यादा जॉब ऑप्शंस चाहिए. तो जस्ट चूज BAJMC एज योर करियर. BAJMC is not just about theory but plenty of practical knowledge too. BAJMC as a course आपको provide करता है world की better understanding, meeting और working with people of top notch industry. और सिर्फ यही नहीं, BAJMC as a course आपको help करता है to grow personally and professionally too. So what are you waiting for? Choose BAJMC क्योंकि इधर आपको मिलेंगी endless possibilities.
US President fires Federal Reserve Governor amid claims of authority overreach in an unprecedented move. President Trump announced the termination of Federal Reserve Governor Lisa Cook, citing alleged mortgage fraud. Critics argue that the president lacks the constitutional authority to remove a federal governor, sparking alarm about potential threats to the central bank's independence. The episode has now intensified partisan debates around executive power and institutional checks and balances. Coming to sports news, Neeraj Chopra to compete in Diamond League final in Zurich. India's javelin ace Neeraj Chopra is gearing up for one of the most prestigious events of the season, the Diamond League final in Zurich on August 28, 2025. Chopra will contend with elite competitors like Anderson Peters and Julian Weber, aiming to cap his summer campaign with a standout performance. The meet begins at 11:15 p.m. Indian Standard Time and represents a key milestone in his season. Emma Raducanu faces Janice Jen in US Open second round clash. British tennis star Emma Raducanu, who famously triumphed at the 2021 US Open as a qualifier, will face Janice Jen of the Indonesia in the second round of the 2025 US Open. Raducanu returns after early exit and surgery-related absence has now been closely watched, and her upcoming match, set for August 27th, presents an opportunity for her redemption. Should she advance, potential matchups include high-profile players like Elena Rybakina, Sabalenka, Pegula, and Swiatek. Ending with business news, Evergrande is delisted from Hong Kong Stock Exchange. The same development also carries immense business implications. With Evergrande's delisting, global and domestic investors now face heightened uncertainty in China's property sector. The move may signal more stringent regulatory scrutiny and financial risks for other high-debt real estate firms. Trump dismisses Fed governor shaking financial markets. The abrupt firing of an independent Federal Reserve governor has sent shockwaves through the financial markets. Concerns about politicalization of the monetary policy and executive overreach are now escalating. The stability of fiscal governance and central bank autonomy are now in sharper focus as analysts watch closely for broader economic ramifications. So that would be it from our end. Thank you for joining us. Stay tuned to Bharti News for continuous coverage and more updates coming right up. Wishing you a good evening and a great night ahead. Thank you.
भारती न्यूज़, सीधा, सटीक और निष्पक्ष।